Morning all, welcome along. Today we're in the 2008 Cosalt Riverdale. It's a 37 by 12 3-bed. It's got double glazing gas central heating. It's priced at 13,865. Going to have a look around and show you the layout and the condition as usual. Let's get on. So in the living room area you can see we've got this big fitted seating area which serves our dining area and round to the sort of living area there. You've got faux leather arms and skirts, and then your sort of cloth normal upholstery seats and backs. The backs are all kind of like sewn together. They're like most of them. They're in groups of 2 or 3, but they're rather than being fitted cushions, they're sort of kind of a bit more flexible. But they all look quite comfortable anyway. Coffee table there. You've got a dining table to save, a couple of stools there. Carpet in here, carpet in this van is, I think these are original. They're always going to look nicer having some new ones, but these ones are okay. Certainly could be lived with. They've got a little bit of a funny feel under the shoe where they've been here for a while, so I always recommend a bit of new carpet if they don't look great, because I just think it lifts the van a lot. But equally, if you want to crack on doing a self-build or something, don't want to get new carpet down in case you get dirty, then this will certainly do without an issue. Button missing on the upholstery, not much of a big deal. Missing, sorry, no it's not, it's just been scratched off a little bit, looked like it was missing, but it's all good really. Curtains, you've got a couple of blinds fitted on each window as well. Trim sort of popping out on the corner here, just needs refitting back in properly. All fairly small, easy jobs to do. Turning then to opposite our sitting area, we've got the gas fire there, you've got a place for a TV, got a nice seaside picture there on the wall, and space on the left hand side down there. You could put the TV down low on the left hand side if you wanted to, or up on the fire top there, depending on how big your telly is, what you want to do. If not though, you've got extra storage and you've got those drawers there as well. Bit of rust on the fire front, just down and behind the grill, but nothing too much to worry about. So it's quite a nice spacious front end really. Open plan as everything usually is these days. You can see over towards our kitchen, there's our exterior door that comes in there. We've got one exterior door, enters into the kitchen, and then we've got an under counter fridge. You could remove the worktop and put a bigger fridge freezer in there if you wanted to. It's always something that I mentioned. It's cupboard space to the side, and then plenty of cupboards really for this kitchen over on this side, and then over on the left here as well, where your oven, your gas oven and your kitchen sink are as well, where your window is to look at whilst washing up. Got gas radiators in here, so there's one next to me here as we enter, which sort of will heat quite a lot of the area up because it's a big radiator. But there's also one over in the corner over there at the front offside corner by the windows. There's a little bit of staining in various different places in the Caravan. One bit's just by the wall, on the wall here by my camera. You can see just a bit of staining to the wallboard. Nothing too bad. I mean, it's all solid here. I don't know what's caused it, but it's I don't know whether they've had a little bit of a leak coming down the outside. We'll have a look. There is a bit of silicone around a couple of the panel joins. I wonder if just they've sealed it up, but it just was leaking slightly in there. But it feels to be okay and decently solid enough around there. But as you can see, it doesn't take much to discolour the wallboards really, because they're such sort of thin MDF sort of material on the inside. If you get a little bit of a leak come through, then they quite often stain very easily. Coming through the hallway, you can see carpet again, same as the living room. Got a bit more wear on this one. Same though in terms of the fact it could stay as it is or could be changed. Gas radiator there on the right hand side, and if we go towards the back of the Caravan, we'll go to our main bedroom, which is at the rear door side of the Caravan, where we find our double bed, where we've got storage over the top of the bed. We've got a couple of spotlights, fabric headboard there, and a good sized bed. Bedside shelves either side. Got another little bit of staining in here as well, which I don't really know what's caused it, but got a bit of staining in the rear corner there, but it's just staining again, not anything that's made the wall go soft, and a bit here as well. As you can see, it's perfectly solid. It's just had a bit of a damp mark on it. I've got no idea what from. I'll have a look on the panel joint outside, but it's, you know, your guess is as good as mine, but we'll have a look at that anyway, make sure it's all solid, which it certainly feels like it is. Sometimes these things do just sort of stain and from something, and you don't really know why. But decent sized main bedroom for a 3-bed. You've still got a decent sized space round the bed, and then up at this end, I don't know if I showed it very well with the door there, but up at this end you've got two smaller but 2 wardrobes there with drawers and little desk area and mirror as well. So got quite a good amount of storage and space in this main bedroom. At the rear of the Caravan, next to the main bedroom, is one of the twin rooms. As you can see, we've got fairly standard, a couple of single beds, cupboards over the top of the bed, bedside shelf, and then spinning round, you've got radiator, and wardrobe space. Quite a decent sized wardrobe, really. It's quite wide, going up there, hanging rail space, and then you've got a couple of drawers below as well. Coming back up the hallway then and turning to our left, we've got another twin room. It's currently set up with the beds with a double there and then a single on top. I'm going to get this turned back into 2 singles. If you wanted a double in, then obviously we could do that, but I'm going to have this changed back to 2 single beds, and then it'll look a bit more proper in here. But cupboard space over the top of the bed, and then we've got a similar style wardrobe there and drawers below with radiator and little shelf and mirror, so that's fairly self-explanatory. Opposite there, we've got a toilet room, so toilet and sink with a low radiator, bit of rust on the radiator, which there usually is in rooms where there's moisture, like toilet, sink and sort of shower room. They usually get a bit of moisture and therefore a bit of rust on those, but that's our toilet room. And then the next door up from that is then our shower room, so we've got a sink and shower in this one. So it's sometimes people don't like it, sometimes it suits them. So we've got a split shower and toilet room, so you can, if you're only going to have one bathroom in there, it kind of can be handy, because then someone can use the toilet at the same time as someone using the shower. If you only got one bathroom, obviously that makes it a little bit difficult, unless you're into that kind of thing. But as it is, we've got 2 separate rooms, so that can be handy for people, especially in a 3-bed. So that has been the inside of our Cosalt Riverdale. Going to have a look around the outside, pay a bit of attention to a few areas I've highlighted on the inside, try and put your mind at ease and explain a few bits a bit more. So I'll meet you on the outside. Here we are then outside the Riverdale. Front of the Caravan, although it needs a little bit of a wash off, looks pretty clean and tidy. No real issues to report across the front. Looking down the offside again, looks to be okay. Got a rusty aerial mount up the top there, which is fairly normal. Panels are sort of smooth finish, so there's a very, very small amount of grain to it, but from a distance you can't see any grain on it, so they look like a smooth panel. But they look quite nice. They all seem to be fairly decent down this side. Around the back of the Caravan, so we have got that regulator fitted there. We do usually remove them, as I say in my videos, so that you can get your own one fitted by a gas safe engineer. Just makes it a bit less easy for someone to connect it up themselves, which ideally we don't want to happen. So we want to make sure you are getting it done safely. But the back of the Caravan all looks fairly tidy. I'm going to sneak behind this bush and show you the side. There's a bit of damage to the rear downpipe there. You cannot get these clip-in moulded downpipes anymore, so we'll probably trim the damage off the bottom of it, because you can't get them, so you're not going to be able to get a replacement anyway. But then looking at this door side then, I've got gutter channels, as I say, and then you've got those downpipes clipped into the ends. So coming back up, you had the main bedroom. So main bedroom is here on the rear of the Caravan. On the door side rear, sorry. I wonder if they've re-siliconed these windows. It could be that the silicone had gone a bit old and they hadn't sorted that out. Why it would have, because the staining was sort of over here and over in the corner, I believe. So why that would have caused that to happen, I'm not too sure, but we'd have a look at that sealant and just check it all around, make sure it's okay. It was all solid on the inside. I was trying to work out why it had caused a bit of staining in the first place, but I would say, looking at some of the joins on the windows and the door, so this was around where there was staining on the inside, and you can see they've remasticed the door and then also the panel joint above and also the light. And I don't think they've done a particularly brilliant job of just the aesthetic side of things. So it could be that it was all a bit old and it caused a little bit of water ingress to come in, and they've then masticked it up and sorted it out. But we'll check that and make sure, because I think looking at it, that's probably what's caused it. But we'll have a look at that and make sure that it's okay, and then we can obviously sort it out. So if you've got any questions obviously on any of those things, it's all stuff we do normally, so if I talk a bit casually about it, it's because I'm kind of used to repairing things, but obviously I know people are very unsure when it comes to water ingress and things like that. So if you've got any questions at all, rather than write it off, please just ask. I'm more than happy to talk you through it and try and explain it a bit better. But this has been the Cosalt Riverdale, and it's a 37 by 12 3-bed. It's from 2008. It's got double glazing, it's got gas central heating. It's priced at $13,865. It's been a pleasure, and until next time, ride on.